Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome to 3304. This is where I take a look at the news and happenings in and around Elite Dangerous. This week I take a look at some newly revealed concept art. Colonia is about to get a bunch of new shipyards, and Obsidian Ant is a member of the club. Concept artist Nick Tagney recently released some of his Elite Dangerous concept art, and there's a number of standout images here. Some of the images cover things that we have seen in the game for a very long time now, and it's actually worth noting how the actual in-game assets are remarkably similar to the concept art. But what really stands out are the images of assets that are not currently in the game. So I'd like to take a look at some of these right here. This one is the commercial port, or that's its title. It shares a number of similarities with the large surface ports already in the game, like the one on Mercury in the Sol system. However, this right here looks distinctly different, far more of a tourist location. In fact, it's very much like the interior of the tourist stations that are in the game. Next up is a look at a megaship concept art. Now, these are not currently in the game, not in this form. However, it's likely people who are familiar with Elite lore will recognise these. Whether or not they will eventually turn up in the game is anyone's guess, but they do look to be perfect candidates for scooping up space debris. This image is classed as a point of interest. I guess it shares enough similarities with the Thargoid bases to say that it might actually be the same type of location, but I'd also say that there's likely two possibilities going on here. Either it's an entirely different location, or alternatively it is a Thargoid base that is for some reason burning. Now, the other pieces of art appear to be either already in the game or otherwise variations on things that already exist. The concept art is well worth checking out, but beyond that, all of Nick Tagney's work is fantastic, and he has a great portfolio on display. You can see a link in the video description below. Any regular viewer of my channel will know that I'm not in the habit of promoting my own content, especially content that isn't directly related to Elite Dangerous. However, I do feel that people will find this one particularly interesting. I recently started a new project, and this is to attempt to recreate iconic NASA photos by using a home computer. Specifically, I used the awesome Space Engine software, and you can see that some of the results on the screen right here. So this is something I plan on continuing over the next few months, and if you're not interested, then totally fine, that's no big deal at all. I did, however, want to make at least some people aware of these videos, so if it is your thing, then do check out the link below. Sagittarius Eye is an excellent Elite Dangerous magazine that has been in production for quite a long time now. Now, all of the issues are very well written with superb articles, and this month I was both humbled and actually surprised to be featured in this stellar magazine. Now, in the article they talk about my history as a content creator, but slightly later into the article they focus on something slightly different. They actually discuss their belief that I may be involved in some type of club, or something called the club. Now, I was very curious about the nature of this club, so I had a look into it, and it does seem that there are a number of conspiracy theories out there, and these claim that this so-called club has involvement with aliens, notably the Thargoids. Further, there's been information spread around the galaxy that believes such a club has somehow infiltrated the highest echelons of power. Now, it's all very, very interesting, but the thing is, if this club is so powerful, if they're such a powerful entity, how could I ever possibly come involved? But that said, this club, if such a thing even existed, certainly sounds very newsworthy. Now, some people believe that this Sagittarius article is actually slanderous, and some even believe that the writer has their own hidden agenda. Well, here's the thing, I don't actually personally believe that. As I said early on, Sagittarius Eye is an excellent magazine, and this is a very well written article. However, I will say that the writer does seem to have a very interesting imagination. The latest issue of Sagittarius Eye is available right now, do check out the links below. There are many player groups within Elite Dangerous, and in some cases these groups are exclusive to certain gaming platforms. One of these is the Celestial Light Brigade on the Xbox. Now, one of the members of this group recently reached out to me to highlight their achievement of becoming the second largest Xbox-based player group, at least according to Inara. Now, one of the focuses of this group has been to push back Archon Delane and return Pegasi space to what the Celestial Light Brigade call a peaceful state. Now, if you are interested in joining an Xbox-based group, then do check out the link below. It'll take you straight to the Inara page, and you can find out all the details you actually need. Today, there has been some very good news for players in Colonia space. As many will know, this area of space is well over 20,000 light years away from the Sol system, and it actually takes quite a while to trek to. Now, one of the problems out this way has been that it's, well, in addition to being very remote, is its limited access to shipyards and modules. The good news then is that Frontier have enabled a whole bunch of new shipyards in Colonia, and these should be active right now. Frontier's aim has been to place these shipyards in player group stations, and also to ensure there is a degree of balance across all the stations in terms of ship stock. So if you spend your time in Colonia, then things should now get far more interesting. And if you've never actually visited Colonia, now there's one less reason to not go. So great stuff all round. That then brings us to an end of this episode of 3304. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.